here. Right there. chill it just so you don't put Good shot there. This is Bowler.
Yep. Excellent.
Oh, so cute.
Please stand for the arrival of our graduates. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. The flagpole is located in the north end zone, so graduates, you'll need to turn around. Good evening and welcome to the Class of 2020's commencement ceremony. Please take a seat. On behalf of our graduates, I'd like to thank the members of the Avon Board of Education, the Avon Local School District, our faculty and staff, and the guests of the Class of 2020, their parents, guardians, their family, and friends for joining us in this prestigious event. It is my honor to recognize the Avon Board of Education members. They will stand as I read their name. Tara Tatman, President. John Weigman, Vice President. Alyssa Galt, Art Goforth, Dennis Kramer. In addition, the Avon Local School District's administrative team is present and deserves special recognition as well. Superintendent Ben Hodge. Treasurer Sadie Fox. Jen Fitch, Assistant Superintendent. Val Kaminsky, Director of Curriculum and Development. Mike Elder, Director of Human Resources. Jason Call, Director of Student Services. Ann Fox, Student Service Coordinator. Melanie Whiting, Gifted Coordinator. Denise Scarpucci, the Lorain County Joint Vocational School, our sister school, Supervisor. Stephanie Lowry, Assistant Principal at AHS. Adam Castrilla, Assistant Principal at AHS. Vinnie Hokovar, Assistant Principal at AHS. Eric Frombach, our Athletic Director. Kelly Davison, Principal at Avon Middle School. Mike Ryan, Assistant Principal at Avon Middle School. Mara Neville, Principal of Avon Heritage Elementary School. Emily Russ, Assistant Principal at Avon Heritage Elementary School. Gary Voitish, Assistant Principal at Avon Heritage Elementary School. Aaron Holzhauer, Principal of Avon East. Nora Fox, Principal of Avon Early Learning Center. Also seated on stage tonight are our guidance counselors, Sherry Peach, Renee Riker, and Bree Reinhard. Let's give these folks a round of applause. Thank you. I'd also love to acknowledge Director Jesse Martin and the Avon High School Orchestra. You guys always hit it out of the park. Music is always beautiful. Please stand to be recognized. Avon is so fortunate to have these programs. Thank you. Commencement is a time of celebration and a rite of passage. You've been preparing for this moment for 13 years. Yes, since the first time you boarded the big yellow school buses, and you didn't get here alone. All of your teachers, preschool through kindergarten, have had an instrumental role regarding your presence here today. Would all members of the Avon Local School District faculty and staff please stand to be recognized? You are the backbone of our school system. Teachers, staff, we appreciate you. Graduates, your parents and guardians have had a guiding hand in ensuring you're here today as well. Their support and guidance was a vital necessity in your success. Would all parents and guardians in the audience please stand, and graduates, send them your love. I think you must feel like you're graduating as well. And boy, did we get the weather tonight. Woohoo! All right, this is my favorite part of commencement, so here we go. Graduates, good listening. We're gonna recognize the accomplishments of the class of 2022, their civic engagement, their athleticism, their experiences in our fine arts programs, and their academic achievements. Graduates, if you were a member of a non-athletic organization over the last 4 years, any club, any activity, please stand. Awesome. Round of applause. Graduates, if you've participated in community service just this year alone, please stand. These Eagles serve our community. Graduates, if you are a member of an AHS athletic team, please stand. Our student athletes are relentless on the playing fields, the courts, the courses, the pools, the gyms. Thank you. I love this one. If you are graduating with a 3.5 grade point average or higher and received a varsity academic letter, please stand. So impressive. So impressive. Thank you. If over the 4 years in our athletic programs, you have been a member of a winning team with the title, and folks, this is gonna blow your mind, of conference champions, please stand. Standing are the football, boys soccer, girls tennis, volleyball, girls golf, girls cross country, boys tennis, girls track, boys track, hockey, wrestling, girls lacrosse, girls and boys swimming, and baseball. Amazing, thank you. All right, how about you pop back up if you've been a part of a district championship as an athlete. All right, that's our boys soccer team, girls and boys lacrosse, softball, baseball, boys and girls track. Thank you. All right, we're getting smaller. Please stand if you qualified for regionals or individuals for district in athleticism. So that would be cross country, boys and girls track, boys and girls swimming, boys and girls tennis, boys and girls softball, soccer, softball, football, boys and girls golf. That's pretty intense. All right, how about you stand if you have been a member of a team that has made it to the Elite 8. There are 3 teams out there: girls soccer, boys softball. And how about you stand, thank you, if you made it to the Final 4. We have 2 teams. That would be football and boys soccer. That is hard. Thank you. Okay. The performing arts are alive and well in this district. If you have been a member of the performing arts program, such as our marching band, our bands, our orchestras, our electric orchestras, our choirs, our jazz band, our color guard, our winter guard, our dance teams, please stand. The talent is incredible in this school. Of you, if you have received or participated in Ohio Music Education Association judgments or competitions, please stand. Very nice. When we head to states, we almost always score 1 at OMEA. Very proud. All right, if you have been a member of our drama club, and we did lose a season or 2 because of the COVID pandemic, but these people are incredible. If you've been a member of our drama club, our fall plays, our spring musicals, please stand. Please remain standing if you earned your membership into the International Thespian Society, a very hard thing to do. Nice. Thank you. All right, if you have been a member or a student at our sister school, the Lorain County Joint Vocational School, a member of the Teacher Exploratory Program, taken Project Lead the Way engineering courses, or have been a part of the Bridges to Success program at Lorain Community College, please stand. Avon High School offers many paths for many students, from engineering to education. Thank you. If you have received an athletic scholarship or signed an athletic intent to play at the college level, please stand. That is hard work. Thank you. I like this one too. If you've received an academic scholarship, please stand. Incredible. The class of 2020 has raked in over $9 million in academic funding. It's awesome. Thank you. And while there are not many of you, you certainly deserve the loudest round of applause. If you have joined a member of our nation's armed services, please stand so we can thank you in advance. Thank you. Today, class of 2022, we recognize your talents. We appreciate what you've done in our schools. You have blessed our lives in so many ways, and we appreciate your involvement. It is now my opportunity to recognize our class officers. Please stand forward. Maya Morris, President. Abigail Jarek, Vice President. Jared Diaz, Secretary. And Elizabeth White, Treasurer. Okay, and before we begin with our commencement addresses, I also want to highlight the top 5% of our class. Folks, these people graduated with 4 3s or better. It's just outstanding. It's very competitive. It's a tough place with so many APs and college credit plus courses out there. It is very tough to make this elite group of individuals. Riaz Ahuja, Rose Bora, Sasha Burgess, Emily Cordell, Jared Diaz, Matt Downing, Ainsley Gilchrist, Delilah Cassim, Lindsay McKenna, Natalie Miller, Rebecca Pere, Michael Perusik, Joshua Porchetto, Jalen Stewart, Troy Sudbrook, Gwendolyn Regraff, Elizabeth White, and Elizabeth Woods. Congratulations to the top 5% of the class. Our first commencement speaker this evening is Maya Morris. She is the president of the class of 2020. Maya, we welcome you to the stage. 2022, thank you. I don't mind being corrected, not at all.
I have had countless dreams that it was commencement day and I had yet to prepare my speech. Each time I would wake up, covered in sweat, a huge feeling of relief would come over me as I would realize, half asleep, that it had just been a dream and it was not commencement day. However, today is the day, and thankfully, I do have my speech prepared. I would like to start off with a huge thank you to all the parents and loved ones of the class of 2022. You have made our success possible. We greatly appreciate all of the love and support that you have given us throughout the years as you have shaped us into promising young adults, ready to embark on our next adventure of life whatever that may be for us. Thank you to the Avon Board of Education and Mrs. Buller for all that you do for the success and prosperity of everyone here at Avon High School, student or otherwise. And to the teachers, staff, and coaches of Avon High School, thank you for all of your hard work and dedication. I would argue that being a teacher is one of society's most important jobs. Our teachers teach us not only the mandatory curriculum, but valuable lessons that we will never forget. From Senor Williams, I learned that I can be anything. An FBI agent, a medic, a Spanish teacher, or maybe all at once. From Mrs. McClellan, I learned that perhaps the truth isn't real and that the sun doesn't exist. And from Mr. Eldridge, I learned perhaps life's most valuable lesson, that the vigors of youth are no match for his self-proclaimed old man strength. When I moved to the Avon local school district to start my 7th grade year, I came from a very small private school and never experienced having my own locker to decorate, taking the bus every morning, or the unmatched comfort of wearing sweatpants to class. While the transition was extremely stressful for me at the time, I could not be happier that I've spent the last 6 years of my life in Avon. When I think of Avon and its school district, I immediately think, now that is a community. That is a group of people who love their city, love their family and friends, love each other. I wish the very best for the class of 2022 and I'm sorry, my mouth is so dry. And see a truly bright future for us. We are resourceful individuals who figured out how to look our best over Zoom and adjust once again to crowded hallways and full classrooms. With resiliency as our strongest quality, I am confident that we are ready to move on to life's next obstacle and next opportunity. I will forever cherish these last 4 years as they have been pivotal to mine as well as my peers' personal growth. Many of us have joined the workforce, learned to drive, registered to vote, started the path to join in higher education, the services, or whatever else might be in our aspirations. We have created lasting memories with our teachers, coaches, friends, teammates, and family. We have made relationships, some that will falter and some that will carry on as we move through the rest of our lives. I would like to thank my classmates for not only being a generally wonderful group of people, but for allowing me to serve as your president these last 2 years. We have all come so far since we first met, some of us when we were just 5 years old, and others, like me, much later on. While some relationships may fade, we will always remember where we came from. And as always, graduates, it is a great day to be an Eagle. Thank you. Thank you. What? Thank you.
Please join me in welcoming the senior class speaker, Patrick Case. Patrick auditioned before the English department. That is not an easy thing to do. And he has the honor of being the class of 2022's presenter. Patrick, please come forward. Like the wave. So dignified. You're awesome. Here is a wind.
All right, so, let me adjust the mic. Mine's kind of short. All right, so, before I even get started with my speech, I want to thank my parents. I want to thank the English department, and I want to thank Mrs. Buller for allowing me to be up here and nominating me for this position, as well as the rest of the board and all the teachers. So if we could all just give them a quick round of applause. Oh, and my siblings. They're out there too. I'm sure that all of us has felt the push to the finish line, the push to get an assignment completed before the midnight deadline, the push to get in your college applications on time, the push to train for a sport before your last outing, the push to plan that last club meeting, the push to finish your senior year. I'm the type of guy who likes to go on to the next goal. I love it. I'm the type of person who goes to the dairy aisle at the grocery store and gets excited about checking 1% milk off my list. I'm a goal-based person. I love that feeling of completion, of accomplishment, but that moment doesn't last forever. Why do you think that as humans we have hundreds and thousands and millions of puzzles and word searches and books and games to keep our attention? We love that sense of accomplishment, the feeling of completing a task, big or small. Graduating high school, at least for me, was no small task. And soon we will all be on to college or trade school or a new job. The only thing I ask of you all is to simply not focus on that feeling of completion. Focus instead on the feeling of being complete. Riding around in a car late at night with your friends, blaring music, spending time bonding with your family over a home-cooked meal, or sitting out on the grass stargazing with your significant other. Those are feelings of being complete. We are the future of our city, our state, our nation, and our world, but that doesn't mean we should simply focus on the next task, the next thing, the next goal. Instead, I challenge you, I implore you to seek that feeling of being complete within your life. As the great thing about the future is that it's always around the corner. Live in the moment and relish it. As Bastille, a favorite band of mine, once said, "So give me the future, it's golden and bright. Now nothing is certain, and the song isn't done. The new melodies rise up with the sun." Congratulations to the class of 2022, and the best of luck to our future, as we will not be chasing completion, but taking time to feel complete. Thank you.
Okay, seniors, my turn, and I'll keep it brief. Class of 2022, I am so excited for you. Believe it or not, I've had the honor of following you in your educational journey for far greater than you probably know. While I may have been your principal for 4 years, I met some of you as young as 3 years old, all the way back to your preschool days. And I sat in kindergarten information night as a mother, not as a principal, along with your moms and dads. I, too, have a class of 2022 graduate. Eagles, let me fill you in on a little secret. 12 years ago, as parents, we were just as nervous for your future as we are today. Kindergarten was really hard on us moms and dads. We had to let someone else have you, take care of you for an entire day. And that separation was so hard. And now, June 2nd, 2022, your parents, mark my word, we are right back in that gym with you with all the same feels. We continue to dream of your future, but this time, you're about to take a bigger step, further away from us, more independent, more capable, more knowledgeable, more amazing than ever. Seniors, go easy on your parents' hearts this summer. Here's my last thought. Life is going to bring you challenges. Mark my word. Life is not always going to be what you signed up for or what you expect. We don't always get to end up in the destination that we started or the one that we wanted to arrive at. We don't always get to win. We don't always get to experience success. But know for every inability that you think you might have, you can find an ability that you do have. Think of the bumblebee. Aerodynamically speaking, a bee shouldn't be able to fly. And yet they do. They fly anyway. Class of 2022, don't forget you're an eagle. If a bee can fly, then my God, as an eagle, you can soar. Congratulations. Graduates, please stand. Mr. Hodge and members of the Avon Board of Education, the students before you today have completed the graduation requirements of the Avon Local School District in the Ohio Department of Education. It is my pleasure to present the intending graduates of Avon High School Class of 2022 to you, Mr. Hodge.
Thank you, Mrs. Buller. On behalf of the Avon Board of Education, the Ohio Department of Education, I proudly accept the graduating class of 2022. Congratulations, graduates. You may be seated. How about this night? Beats the weather during homecoming, didn't it? Remember that night? Wow, first for everything in the last couple years. I too would like to welcome the parents, family, and friends as we join this afternoon to celebrate our Eagles, along with our Board of Education, teaching staff, support staff, and administrative team. We are just as proud of you, parents, of these graduates today. Graduates, most people would tell you you got to the finish line. I, on the other hand, would tell you you just got to the starting line. But the cool thing about that is you get to determine what's next. You set the expectation for yourself for the future. Before we move on with this ceremony, I want you to take a moment to think of a person that you say had the most impact on your life. What is that person like? I bet they're kind. I bet they're compassionate. I'm willing to wager they understand other people's perspectives. I'm willing to bet they understand that life is difficult and everyone has something going on that we don't know about. I bet that person understands perspective. Their perspective might not always be right. I had the opportunity to go to the National Superintendent's Conference this February down in Nashville, and I met a person by the name of Miss Victoria. I don't even know her name. But I talked to her for about 45 minutes one morning as we were going to a session, and she's from the island of St. Croix. Her and I conversed about each other's school, our communities, and what we loved about work and the staff and the students and the privilege that we had to be with every day. Miss Victoria mentioned several times how amazing and nice the people are on the island of St. Croix. And I said, well, of course, it's in the Caribbean. You have great weather, everybody's happy all the time. And then I started thinking, and I told her a story. 2 days before I went to Nashville, I had to cancel school due to a storm, an ice storm coming in, but that night looked great. But the ice was coming, and you never know in Cleveland. So I canceled school, hoping we made the right decision. And she looked at me, and she said, that doesn't seem like a big deal. So you canceled it for 1 day? 1 day when the snow and ice would melt, families stayed in their house and they were safe, and they got up the next day and went to school? And what I really wanted to say to her is, you have no idea how much abuse I take on Twitter about snow days, but I didn't. Kept that one to myself. She continued to smile and she said, Ben, we closed school for hurricanes. We have no idea how long we'll be closed. We don't even know if our school will be there when we wake up the next morning, or even if our families' homes will still exist. I think one simple day off of school for your kids in Avon probably wasn't that big of a deal. Well, I have to tell you, Miss Victoria's perspective slapped me right in the face. It reminds me that our life experiences shape who we are and what kind of people we become. The learning experiences you had in school, the extracurricular activities that you did, have shaped you. But what influences or shapes you the most are our experiences with other people. Graduates, you're at the starting line. Be kind. Be compassionate. Listen to other people's perspectives. And most importantly, learn from those perspectives. I guarantee if you do those three things, you'll be ready to soar to the next finish line. It has been a true honor to be your superintendent this school year. I wish you the very best as you leave the nest. And as you've already heard it tonight, remember, it's always a great day to be an Eagle.
Are we ready? All right, guests of the class of 2020, all you out in the fan section. 2022, 2020 scarred me, I'm sorry. I can't get over that number, nor can you, I'm sure. All right, 2022, I do love you, I'm sorry. Oh, they're gonna get me tomorrow over this one. All right, I'll recover, here we go. So guests, please feel free to show your graduates some love. But last year, we actually had people screaming so loud that they didn't get to hear their children's names be read. They actually thought we didn't read them, and it wasn't true. So just kind of keep it classy, keep it fun, but try not to be too crazy. So we are ready for the presentation of the diplomas. Here we go.
Colin Michael Buhol.
Yes.
Maya Ann Morris. Abigail Grace Jarrett. Jared Timothy Diaz. Elizabeth Suzanne White. Ainsley Reese Gilchrist. Emily Lynn Cordell. Gulnar Rose Bora. Riaz Ahuja. Sasha Gold Burgess. Matthew Richard Downing Jr. Dahlia Muhammad Qasim. Elizabeth Virginia Woods. Troy Donald Sudbrook. Michael Gregory Perusik. Natalie Marie Rose Miller. Rebecca Beatrice Pera. Joshua Gregory Porchetta. Jalen Elizabeth Stewart. Gwendolyn Rose Wiegraff. Lindsay Noel McKenna. Jordan Grace Anamasi. Nathaniel Stephen Vegas. Nolan Jack Williams. Jacob Todd Robinson. Luke Owen Barron. Brandon Joseph Ash. Connor Alexander Zajenkala. Wyatt Andrew Kohler. Jacob Allen Bretthauer. Grace Catherine Gilson. Caroline Marie Biesterfeld. Jemiah Huetta Alexandria Hammond. Alexis Rose Marie Frank. Emma Marie Osco. Kendra Michelle Arndt. Macy Paige Sellen. Etidal Nasser Jaber. Julia Joanne Valla. Sydney Paige Brown. Kristen Ann Heitkamp. Maya Suchan Vietz. Kaylin Ann Haupt. Caroline Grace Burley. Ashley Caitlin Capitano. Ryan Renee Clapham. Tyler Matthew Stone. Daniel John Lawrence. Evan Schalk Holtzmeyer. Seth Michael Hatcher. Andrew Rosario Pagan. Connor Michael Plumley. Victor Anthony Carcor. Luke William Porter. Cullen James O'Leary. Zachary Allen Britting. Evan Patrick Skokel. Jack Patrick Coleman. Konstantinos Jacob Coe. Jonathan Adam Stoklosa. Joseph William Bell. Tiana Marie Smith. Emily
Christine Sheldon. Aliki Poole. Mallory Margaret Corson. McKenna Marie Thomas. Emma Sophia Sabalkas. Casey Jillian Grant. Lily Catherine Gamoka. Alexandra Marie Buller. Lauren Elizabeth Trifoletti. Aaliyah Marie Cuevas. Andy Marie Kale. Layla K. Rudolph. Peyton Marnie Grace Springer. Dolores Renee Tillman. Alyssa Catherine Jurl. Aaron Christopher Willens. Jeremy Ronald Wersch. Zachary David Winter. Gavin Joseph Gillard. Daniel Stephen Urbancic. Tyler David Chernello. Jacob Eric Siegert. Caden Thomas Flannery. Brock Thomas Elder. Cole Frederick Biddle. Jackson Joseph Blodgett. Patrick Joseph Case. Noah Braden Satonic. Alexander Paul Atali. Philip Michael Sigliano. Jack Nicholas Gearborg. Bailey Ellen Gillespie. Michaela Nasha Bahamundi. Casey Lynn Ziegler. Mallory Rachel Roten. Reagan Lynn Brochek. Anna Bella Stoken. Alyssa Nicole Wolf. Miranda Brooke Seiler. Fiona Mary Walsh. Maeve Eileen Walsh. Emily Ashlyn Plato. Bahar Zahir. Melody Joy Miller. Ariel Pamela Mintz. Skylar Morgan Erskine. Amanda Renee Villavec. Andrew Gennaro Luce, sorry. Noah Christopher Seeger. Adam J. Donat. Paul Thomas Meyer. Isidoros Elias Hodges. Tyler Joseph Holt. Noah Christopher Hammerly. Vincent Alexander Ventresco.
Hossam Aldin Ahmad Youssef. Hayden George Doig. Benjamin Bryant Liu. Jack Robert Whalen. Nicholas David Mackin. Michael Burns Dertuzos. Connor Michael Shepard McSweeney. Chloe Elizabeth Sloan. Mara Lauren Jarris. Kaylee Misha Martin. Kaylin Marie Burke. Caitlin Nicole Miller. Delaney Maeve Patrick. Emily Genevieve Valuto. Alexa Morgan Crawford. Kayla Elizabeth Dyken. Hannah Kumari Singh. Ashley Lynn King. Marissa Nevaeh Mitchell. Riley Morningstar Yonkers. Tessa Marie Lizey. Selena Rochelle Sabo. Ella Rose Trebuzzo. Ibrahim Khalil Dagbush. Jack Michael Tippy. Nathan Antonio Luce. Kieran John McSweeney. Nolan Robert King. Dorian Davon Hardwick. Evan Connor Hammerly. Nathan Daniel Hughes. Luke Anthony Grochaki. Gabriel Jose Montero. Connor Michael Jones. Owen John Miller. Andrew Michael Just. Logan William Brown. Gavin James O'Hara. Corinne Taylor Sarver. Molly Ann Abrahamowitz. Allison Ann Fogarty. Natalie V. Wynn. Catherine Ellen Walker. Pamela Elaine Swingos. Macy Louise Throckmorton. Faith Leah Talmadge. Kendall Ann Walsh. Madeline Elise George. Angela Marie Eckert. Emily Patricia Olson. Abigail Grace Leiber. Ella Grace Wilson. Julie Marie Peterson. Precious Joy Thompson. Craig Edward Chasteen Jr. Kenan Emre Duyar. Joseph Allen Resch. Armando Alexander Alvarez. Marcus Willard Arthur Blake. Jason Paul Stark. Landon Philip Dawson. William James Allen. Leo Thomas Weibel. Chase Bowden Myers. Brandon Albert Ferreira. Angelo Daniel Tamaro. Graham Pearson McDougall. Cooper James Goins. Matthew Malloy Folds Jr. Jordan Mackenzie Kaufman. Selena Isabella Atkinson. Alessandra Ija Boroni. Catherine Ann Beatty. Nika Rose Manlou. Isabella Juliana Widow. Elise Lillian Adair. Hannah Josephine Liddy. Mary Claire Nagel. Megan Eileen Rafferty. Jenna Ferris Abdeljabir. Sarah Ann Colston. Rachel Marie Morahan. Elena Grace Rodriguez. Morgan Amber Guthrie. Haya Mazine Barakat. David Sean Burke. Rusty Dennis Edwards. Tyler Andrew Heinrich. Michael Francis Halligan. Ryan George Rayner. Brennan Bullocks Carrington Matthews. Jason Stephen Spratt. Preston Alexander Yates. Dane Allen Nelson. Ryan Rutger Tober. Vincent Patrick McQueenie III. Luke Milton Sheehan. Grayson Cole Dietz. Ryan Nicholas Christian. Cooper Dale Orlowski. Tyler Allen Christie. Jenna Renee Siegert. Tia Jasmine Miller. Emily Claire Holt. Kyla Monet Kittleberger. Gabriella Adelise Gilfu. Gracie Marie Habib. Rachel Ann Roveda. Madison Christine Liao. Avery Michaela Suhay. Angela Marie Pedersen. Sophia Nicole Miranda. Maritza Hernandez Leon. Abigail Irene Hurst. Ashani Deepan Patel. Hannah Maria Jacqueline DeFranco. Delaney Ann Moore. Camden Bruno Davis. Trey Joseph Fisher. Anthony Francis Drenick. Dylan Dominic Zeman. Casey O'Lee. Larson William Ludwig. Ethan Andrew Zamborski. Nathan Zachary Steets.
William James Kilbane. Michael Patrick Schrum. Daniel Christopher Zarowski. Connor Nicholas Rice. Colin Patrick McLeod. Anthony Michael Bogna. Matthew Quan Chi Keene. Benjamin Martin Boca II. Clara Rose Gillis. Chloe Aloyna Thornburg. Arya Devani Singh. Hannah Rachel Trombetto. Annalie Catherine Farah. Bailey Jade Laszlo. Isabella Rose Pavone. Danielisa Isabelia Torrero Fuentes. Ava Ann Adams. Margaret Jean Wagner. Catherine Ann Allison. Sophia Elizabeth Giannetti. Kendall Brooke Guthrie. Michelle Nguyen. Brianna Justine Schmitz. Ty William Darty. Mason Vermees Matko. Connor Matthew Guerrero. Adam Michael Lukacek. Jacob Ronald Stitchick. Lucas John Griffiths. Liam Michael Stokes Foy. Austin Matthew Davis. Noah Nguyen. Mustafa Rami Kayat. Colin James Kaufman. Ryan Joseph Pataski. Trevor Michael Norman. Aaron Jeffrey Smith. Raymond Allen Seegers. Tyler David Gormley. Brianne Marie Turcola. Maria Anna DePaulo. Kennedy Elizabeth Janowick. Morgan Lee Svoboda. Piper Amelia Bundridge. Lauren Nicole Bernath. Mackenzie Lynn Muir. Kylie Zasha Abrahamowitz. Tristiana Lynn Mitchell. Eluftadia Irene McCune. Jada Nuve Griffin. Emily Louise Velasco, Emily Louise Sansone, Olivia Ruth Michelson, Molly Christine Cochran, Alyssa Victoria Tomaszek, Evangelo Giorgio Calamaris, Alexi Mario Mockbell, Brian Thomas Murphy, Marcus Sherrod Wright, Chris Anthony Vargas Lopez, Hamza Abbas Abdallah Al Hadidi, Nolan Richard Johnson, Edward Joseph Rack, Nicholas Joseph Kraszewski, Austin Clarence Kales, Landon Thomas Westcott, Samuel Philip Hyatt, Tyler Aiden Kraus, Nathan David Ferguson, Timothy Ronald Conwell, Aiden Joseph Redding, Emma Lanice Benton, Claire Elizabeth Sussman, Emma Nicole Farmer, Carly Tara Goslin, Meredith Ann Cologne, Elizabeth Paige Berkey, Chloe Lauren Raymond, Emily Catherine Stringer, Lindsay Bryn Oberg, Rachel Rayanne Krumbacher, Camille Catherine Hughley, Abby Grace Moruskin, Jolie Brooke Fishbach, Caitlin Victoria Poor, Hannah Grace Sloan, Ava Grace King, Severin Matthew Wobrack, William Owen Umland, Owen Martin Byrne, Andrew Thomas Keating, James Samad Eddington, Nathan Mattis Prast, Michael Thomas Oxiger, Nicholas Lawrence Wagner, Ryan Alexander Pack, Grayson William Adams, Luke Titus Linden, Caleb Matthew Cabot, Jacob Allen Chandler, Evan Robert Till, Brendan Ryan Conway, Duncan Ivan Clark II, Mackenzie Lynn Gigley, Ashley Michelle Wolf, Sarah Dell Lewis, Ashley Rose Alsbach, Darcy Elizabeth Pretty, Hannah Grace Giltonen, Olivia Gail Nemchek, Aya Ahmed El-Magaber, Emma Rebecca Farney, Alexandria Michelle Fallish, Abigail Caitlin Coley, Emma Marie Eddy, Kisbel Polanco, Rachel Ann Cox, Sophia Grace Marino, Jane Marie Roach, Ian Alston Small, Ryan Joseph Tachik, Griffin Donald Kuzman, Robert Anderson Heights, Jackson Eric Holton, Calvin Keating Schwab, Demillion Gino Castro, Joseph Mwangi Morosco, Sarah Ann Kowaleski, Aaliyah Saida Hamid, Skyla Nicole Floyd, Caitlin Riley Kitchen, Carly Emma Supple, and Satya Sheila Sundaram.
Mr. Michael Moisinko and members of the Avon High School Choir, please come to the front. Members of the audience, I draw your attention to the back of our program. As our honored guests, we invite you to sing our alma mater with us. Could everyone please stand? Seniors, I want goosebumps. Gusto. Thank you, Director Moisinko and members of our senior choir. At this time, Maya Morris, President of the senior class, please join me on stage. As an honor, Maya will be leading the class in the changing of the tassel ceremony. And you've graduated. Maya also has the honor of allowing these seniors to launch those caps but protect the tassel, remember. So on her cue. Woo! Congratulations, class of 2022. Our ceremony has come to a conclusion, and on behalf of the Avon Local School District, we appreciate you joining us for this prestigious event. Our senior class will be exiting in a formal manner to the high school or the Early Learning Center gym. Audience, it's very important that you do not come out of the stands at this time because we have to get all the graduates off the field. So we will not let you out of the bleachers till the graduates have cleared the field. So you might as well hang tight.